Welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluwatoyin. I'm the creative director of Pop Reality. In this video, we'll be learning how to sew a ruche sleeve, a net sleeve. If this is what you like to see, please kindly stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed, please do so right now. So these are the things we need. We need your tape, your thread, your pattern master, and then this is the net I'll be using. Now the first thing I'm doing is to draw a basic sleeve. This tutorial is not on how to draw a basic sleeve, but the first thing I mark is the armhole plus seam allowance, then the length of the sleeve. I use length 25, so I added about 2 inches to my length. My actual length is 23, so I made it to be 25. And then the arm sink, which is your bust divided by 12 plus 0.5. So what I have there, I draw a slanted line, then I measured the line and divided it into 2, then subsequently divided it into 4. Okay, so you're going to do it like that for those that do not know how to draw a basic sleeve. So on that first point, you go up by 0.5, and on the next one you go now by 0.5 to draw your arc. That's the most simple form how to go about it. So I took the elbow measurements and then the long sleeve measurements, and then I connected it together. So that is just a simple way of drawing your sleeve. Okay, but I'll be dropping the link. I've done the tutorial, but I'm not sure it's on the channel, so I'll drop the link later on for those that may not know how to draft a basic sleeve. Okay, so I'll drop the link later on the channel. So I'm cutting this out, then I'll use it to cut um another one, because we are going to be sewing 2 sleeves, so you have to draw a pattern for each of the sleeve because you cannot use this for the other sleeve. So I just folded my paper and use the first draft to cut the other one. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so right now. There are a lot of videos on the channel that you find really helpful, and if you have found this tutorial helpful, you can also share it, because there may be someone that will be in need of it that will not see it. And please drop your comments also. So the net that I'm using is just I use 1.5 and I just divided it by 2. So you are using the length of 60. Okay, so the 1.5 I already divided by 2. So this one that I'm using now is a bit more than 1.5. So I'm going to be sewing on the center. I'm going to be gathering on the center. So this is now on the sewing machine. Like I said, I use 1.5. You can also use 2 inches, but 1.5 is okay. Okay, so the 1.5 I divided by 2. So this net now is just a bit above 1.5. Now on that middle part of the paper, already since it's paper, you can really align, you can know where the middle point is. So I'm gathering on the middle of the paper. You just fold it the way, whether you want it scanty or you want it very full. The length of the net is 60, you understand, and the length of the sleeve is just 25. So you have enough net to gather. So you may decide to make it full or scanty. It all depends on you. So you're just going to be doing it as you are seeing me do like this. You're just going to be gathering it bit by bit till you reach the end of the paper. The down part, you can just cut it straight like that. You can just trim it straight like that. And if you also have any excess, it's just that is longer than the paper, that is very long, you can just measure it and make sure when you are cutting you cut it straight. Okay, so now I've done the middle part. We're going to be doing the side. Just make sure that whatever you are folding aligns with what you have folded at the middle point. Like if your gathers are facing up, then all of them should face up. It is if it is facing down, then you should make sure that the side too is facing down. Like this is when you're going to arrange it properly. Okay, so you're going to sew the two sides. I'm sewing the first side now. Then when I'm done with this side, we're going to sew the other one. Now if you are still yet to subscribe to the channel, please kindly do so right now. Okay, thank you. God bless you. Now I finished sewing the first side. You're going to sew the other side. You just have to be careful when you are doing this. Like you have to be intentional about it so that it comes out the way you want it to be. You don't want one side going up and the other side going down. Okay, so you keep arranging the way you see me arrange it right now till you reach the upper parts. Okay, this time around we are sewing towards the upper side of the sleeve. This sleeve is very easy to make. It like is very easy to make, and the outcome is usually beautiful. So we have come to the end of the paper. Okay, now we're going to be trimming off all the excess by the sides. Okay, now the upper part you just trim it to form, the curve of the armhole is there, so you're just going to trim it like that, and then you trim off the excess by the sides also. By the time you are done, since you've used, and when you are drafting your sleeve, remember to add your seam allowance. Okay, I added my seam allowance of 1.5 when I was drafting the sleeve. So you have your actual sleeve here, and then you just cut out, you tear off the paper just like that. You can see that this sleeve is very easy to make, right? Be careful when you are when you are tearing your paper, so you don't mistakenly cut off any stitch. If you have not yet joined our family on Facebook, it's called and so by Pop Royalty on Facebook. You can join our family. You can also like my page, follow my page on Facebook, Pop Royalty. So this is the sleeve. You can see, just sew your seam allowance, and here it is. Beautiful. You can spice it up with beads or whatsoever you want to use to spice it up. If you have found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share, like it so that others too can see. Thank you. See you in my next video.